Once upon a time in ancient China lived a humble farmer. Life was simple, but one day the unexpected happened. The farmer's horse, his prized possession, ran away. The villagers, hearing the news, rushed to offer condolences. "This is terrible luck," they lamented. The farmer, however, simply replied, "Maybe." Days turned into weeks, and the horse remained gone. The villagers, once sympathetic, now gossiped about the farmer's misfortune. Then, one morning the horse returned, and it wasn't alone. 7 wild horses followed it into the farmer's stable. The villagers, astounded, rushed back to the farm. "This is incredible luck," they exclaimed. The farmer, calm as ever, simply replied, "Maybe." The villagers, throughout these events, were baffled by the farmer's repetitive "maybe." They couldn't understand his lack of emotional response. They saw each event as clearly good or bad, fortunate or unfortunate. The runaway horse was a disaster, the returning herd a blessing, the broken leg a tragedy, and the son's exemption from war a stroke of luck. Their reactions were based on their immediate understanding of the situation. They judged the events in isolation, without considering the potential ripple effects. The villagers' perspective was limited by their desire to categorize everything as either good or bad. They failed to see the bigger picture, the interconnectedness of events, and the potential for change. The farmer, on the other hand, understood the transient nature of life. He knew that what appears good can lead to bad, and what seems bad can bring unexpected benefits. He recognized that judging an event prematurely, without knowing its full implications, was futile. His "maybe" wasn't a sign of indifference but a profound acceptance of life's uncertainties. He understood that life is a series of unfolding events, each connected to the next in ways we cannot always comprehend. The story of the Chinese farmer is often attributed to Alan Watts, a renowned philosopher who popularized Eastern philosophy in the West. Watts used this story to illustrate the Taoist concept of Wu Wei, which translates to non-doing or effortless action. This doesn't mean being passive but rather aligning oneself with the natural flow of life, accepting what is, and responding with a calm and open mind. Watts argued that our constant need to label experiences as good or bad creates unnecessary suffering. When we cling to the idea of good, we fear its loss. When we are mired in the bad, we resist the natural flow of change. This resistance, this clinging, is what causes us pain. Watts believed that true peace comes from accepting the present moment without judgment. It's about understanding that life is a constant flux, a dance between seemingly opposite forces. By letting go of our need to control, to categorize, and to judge, we can begin to experience the world with a sense of wonder and acceptance. The wisdom of the Chinese farmer, as interpreted by Alan Watts, holds profound relevance in our modern lives. We live in a world obsessed with immediate gratification, with labeling everything as a success or a failure. We chase after what we perceive as good and desperately try to avoid what we deem bad. However, life rarely fits into neat categories. The line between good and bad is often blurred. What seems like a stroke of luck today might lead to unforeseen consequences tomorrow. Similarly, what appears as a setback can be the catalyst for unexpected growth and opportunity. The story encourages us to embrace the unknown, to accept that life is a tapestry of interwoven events, each thread contributing to the larger picture. It reminds us that our judgments are often limited by our perspective, and that true wisdom lies in accepting the present moment with all its uncertainties. By letting go of our need to control, we open ourselves up to the infinite possibilities that life has to offer.